There's a lot of pressure right now to complete our product on time. Sort of weighed in with the ridiculous acrobatics the stock is doing. We were a $20 company. As of this moment, our stock is like $172. So it's hard to be depressed about the amount of work you have to do when every other cube holds a millionaire.
When the deal with AOL closes in the spring of 1999, the value of Netscape's stock more than doubles since the merger's announcement.
Netscape married right. They hitched their fortunes to AOL. When the transaction was announced, the implied valuation was about $4.2 billion. When the transaction was completed, the transaction was valued at $10 billion. So in effect, about $5.5 or $6 billion of net worth was created. So I think it was the very clever deal-making of Netscape management that kept them in the game much longer, and Netscape shareholders benefited quite considerably.
While many executives sold their stock during Netscape's final year, Barksdale bought more. And after the merger, he swapped his shares for more than $500 million of AOL stock. Another young man comes west to seek his fortune on technology's new frontier.
I'm a little bit nervous going into this interview because I'm not entirely sure what to expect.
It's a long way away, 3,000 miles, a long way for your child to be, but this is a place where there's a lot going on that he's very interested in, and I think has some talents in this area. And I really think that this may be kind of home for him as far as being able to work with people that he can actually talk to.
Ablas!
Hey.
See you again.
Good to see you.
What I want to know is what you want to do. I mean, what your goals are for the next couple of years.
My goal right now is I want to see the Unix version faster than the Windows version. Once we pull that off, then, we'll see. But that's my goal.
Okay, cool.
Pavlov is hired by Netscape. He postpones going to college. Taking part in what one investor has called the largest legal creation of wealth in the history of the planet, David Retterman moves to a new investment bank.
Here's the data center. A lot of cable, a lot of fiber. These can be sort of, internet connections. They can be our trading lines, our phone lines. We're laying the infrastructure to basically build a major merchant bank. Our view is that the internet changes everything, and we're going to finance the companies that want to be the agents of that change. Look at this intersection. We've got a bank here. In 2 years, this may not be here. Why not bank online? Gap's website is one of the most successful commerce websites on the market. I don't even know why Gap's renovating this store. Why aren't they investing more in their website? I don't know what this intersection may look like 2 years from now.
When I started, people didn't know what HTML was, what the World Wide Web was, and all of a sudden, the power of the internet that had been there for years was available to everybody in an easy way, point and click, the universal language.
It's like Fantasia when Mickey is standing over the book that's open on the mountain and he's looking in to see what to do, and he does something. He doesn't really know what he does, but it makes something happen. And of course that thing gets out of control and keeps going. You don't know why it works. You don't know how it works. You just push a button and it works.
We're at the beginning of an industry, and who knows where that industry is going to go. This could all turn into television again. It could be controlled by a small number of companies who decide what we see and hear, and there's a lot of precedent for that.
I'm just laying down the tracks, and there are these trains zooming by me. And there's no way I'd want to say that it's a bad thing to have these trains fly by.
It would be a horrible legacy if it ended up being the legacy of Netscape and the internet. That we could all do what we're doing only under much more intense pressure and much faster.
Everything has to change faster, obviously. You know, look at Netscape. It was born and died. I don't want to use the word died, they wouldn't like that word, but it basically was born and overtaken within 4 years. That's pretty fast, I think, because they must think it's very fast.
Near the end of 1999, the public still awaits Netscape's first open-source browser, more than a year after Mozilla was released. The judge in the Justice Department's antitrust trial rules that Microsoft is a monopoly that stifles innovation. AOL begins the millennium with a new, even larger acquisition, and investors continue buying technology stocks, which trade with increasing volatility. Still, as the Internet finds its way into every corner of daily life, so too will legions of programmers and their code, working fast and late into the night.